What's up guys, we're here with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we are going to talk about this girl, and we are going to talk about 3 big mistakes that I have seen the community making. One of them is quite bigger compared to the others, but all of them are quite significant and might be holding you back for no reason other than some misunderstanding or something like this. I have seen people with a big influence in the community making these mistakes, also followed by the MSF.gg bot suggestions. Some of the suggestions are not so great because it follows public opinion, and therefore people are keep doing these mistakes and follow these mistakes, which is not great. Now, I'm gonna show you the mistake, but I'm not gonna tell you which one it is. You guys let me know in the comments below if you can figure out the mistake right away, or if not, let me know after if you knew the mistake or not, and we'll talk about that in the comments. Okay, so we are going to talk about the Dagger and the new warriors. So let's just get into some testing ground. We are going to Dark Dimension level 2 for no particular reason, and let's make here a team. Oh wait, we need Dagger. Okay, so we need mystic characters. Okay, so a common setup that I have seen is Dagger, of course. Then we have Cloak, of course. Then we have Doctor Doom. Then we have Deadpool. And then we have Silver Surfer. This is a very common team that I have seen since Dagger was released, and that I have seen people using it in raids. And there is a big mistake here. Do you guys know which mistake it is? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, so let's get started. Let's put this on auto and let's see if you can figure out the mistake. If you can't, it's fine. It's important, but it's something that you need to think about in order to don't make. Okay, so auto, let's go. Let's just play through this rotation, nothing special, and observe what's going on. So Silver Surfer attack. Now Deadpool is going to attack. She uses the ultimate, that's irrelevant. Now Cloak applies all those negative effects. As it seems, he dodges a few times and so on. Now Dagger has her turn, and now Doctor Doom will have his turn. Okay, did you found the mistake already? Not yet? Okay, that's fine. Let's continue, just a little bit more. Okay, so Deadpool uses her basic or a special, I think it's the special. Now Cloak uses his special as well. And now Dagger is going to use her ultimate, and someone died. And have you seen the mistake? Not yet? Okay, let's continue. Okay, so here we go, Doctor Doom with his ultimate. And did you saw the mistake? Probably not. Okay, so let's stop this and let's go back. Okay, so let's quit the fight. And there was here a huge mistake that is holding you back in a lot of additional damage that you could be doing. So I have seen many people, including content creators, putting Cloak next to Dagger, because whenever Cloak is next to Dagger, he gets 10% more dodge. But is dodge even relevant? No, not really, because you are applying offense down to the enemies, and because you are applying blind to the enemies, it's already very likely that they will not be able to attack, or even if they attack you, it will be for 50% less damage, sometimes even more depending on your armor. So, and this is not the only reason why this is a mistake. The reason why this is also a mistake, because you want your biggest damage dealing characters to be next to Dagger, so they always have offense up, especially if they have some kind of retaliation attack, like Deadpool she has on her passive, or we could have what's her name, Kestrel, or we could have Call Obsidian. Any of these characters with retaliation effects next to Dagger will do a lot more damage because when the passive activates, if they have offense up, they will do 50% more damage. So this is very, very important, and once again, like I mentioned before, it's quite irrelevant if a cloak has offense up. And another reason why, it's because cloak, he has actually very low base damage. It's not super low, but compared to the new meta that we have in terms of stats, it's quite low. So why would you have a character that does low damage with offense up, while the characters that have more attacks to do, like Deadpool, without offense up? It makes no sense, and this is the correct way of using Dagger in your Dark Dimension team or in your raid team. So let's get started, and you'll see the difference. Without the offense up, Deadpool gives retaliation attacks of 100,000, but with offense up, obviously it will do a lot more. Okay, so we do the basic. Now we do the basic with her as well. As you saw, 100,000. The retaliation, it has the same multiplier as the basic, so it's 300,000 on both. So now we apply all those negative effects. So what's the point of having dodge? They are doing miss, 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 and even if they would not miss, they would have offense down. Okay, so let's try to get rid of Ant-Man and see the retaliation attack from Deadpool. Let's see. Okay, not enough to get rid of him, but we'll see right after, because Doctor Doom is at least going to take out one of these characters. Okay, so here we go, 200,000, 160,000. So yeah, that's up 50% or 60% actually from the retaliation effect without offense up. If you are doing this mistake in raids, it's a huge amount of damage that you waste, and not right now because these teams are so strong, but in Doom 2 you might time out because of mistakes like this. So this is a huge mistake, and it's making you let a lot of damage to be out of the table. So make sure you correct this situation. And did you did you know this mistake? Did you find out? Yeah, unfortunate. It's something I have seen quite a lot in several live streams, and it's disappointing because people are following these mistakes. Okay, now the other mistakes that we are going to talk about, specifically about the Dagger, and this is not going to be my everything about Dagger video, even that I want to make those videos again, because people that are following the MSF bot are following the public opinion, and sometimes the public opinion is wrong and people are making a lot of mistakes. So the other big mistake about Dagger is doing the T4 on her passive. It's completely irrelevant to do this T4. First off, you start with 2 regens. If you need another regen, it means that you played very poorly on the previous node. This is something that you never want, or you never want to aim for, because it means that you are playing bad to require healing on spawn. So this is very unnecessary. Going from 2 regens to 3 regens, it's completely irrelevant. And the other reason, the other point on this T4 is getting 20% resistance is completely useless. It's completely irrelevant. 20% more resistance in the current meta right now, it's completely unnecessary and irrelevant, because once again, if you are applying offense down to the enemies, if we are applying blinds to the enemies, it's very likely that they will miss with dodges and that they will miss with the resist, because whenever you apply offense down, you also reduce the focus by 50%. So this T4 is completely useless. It's a waste of 200 T4s plus 200 gold, 200,000 gold. Don't do this T4. It's completely unnecessary. The T4 that you have to do is increasing the focus of Cloak, so doing his passive. Okay, that's the second mistake. And the third mistake, and this one really, I don't even know what to think. Some people are using Cloak as a raider. This is such a mistake. First, why? She has base crit chance, 10%, that's it. So why would you increase from 10% to 20%, 25%? It's irrelevant numbers. You apply Raider on teams like the X Factor because they already have a base increase of the critical strike chance. If you don't have that base increase, it's going to be almost pointless because it's like multiplying 0 by 1000. It's still 0. The amount that you increase, it's still not enough to be a relevant stat. Instead, you should increase our base damage by 15%, obviously. This will influence all attacks and it's 100% guaranteed that you'll do 15% more damage. Plus, it will also increase the base damage that you do with your bleeds. She has very strong basic attack. So there is no reason why you should not use Striker on her. Cloak, he applies vulnerabilities even if you don't have him as a skirmisher. And she applies 2 bleeds, not 1 bleed for 1 turn. 2 bleeds is very important to have as high of the base damage as possible, plus the ISO 8 attack. This is another huge mistake that is leaving out on the table tons and tons of damage that might not matter right now for Doom 1.0 and Doom 1.1, but I am very sure that you'll need all the damage possible for Doom 2.0, and there is no point to start wrong early and then correct. It's just better to start correct and finish correct as well. So yeah guys, those are the 3 big mistakes that I have seen people in the community making. If you made any of these mistakes, or if you found out the first one, which is the biggest one, early on, let me know and let's have a discussion in the comments below. If you like the information on this video and you found it helpful, make sure to share it with your friends on Discord and Facebook. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and I will catch you guys later.